Hey there, it's Kim. You might have heard me sometimes on the Power Breakfast Show on Power 98, but today I'm doing something special with a group of very talented youths. This is the SCAPE Show. We are in our second episode, and it's entirely run by youth, for youth, talking about issues that matter to youth. Now, this second episode is about dancers in Singapore. Now, something that not a lot of people know about me. I used to do a bit of ballet when I was younger. Now it's closer to buffet, but that's just me. And we're standing in SCAPE today, where lots of dancers get their start. In fact, the famous old school started here as well. If you walk around on the weekends, you definitely see a bunch of dancers practicing in front of the big mirrors they have here. And the big question here today is, can dancing be more than just a hobby in Singapore? Let's find out later on from our guests. Right now, though, I want to welcome the fantastic, talented NOOICE.
You know what? You know what? NOOICE!
Wow, what a NOOICE performance from NOOICE. Come on over here, guys. Come and join us on the sofa. All right, so they're joined by ScRach MarcS and NOOICE as well. Before we get into our interview, though, I want to say hi to our sidekicks who are finally beside me on the sofa. The first episode, you guys were sitting all the way there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was so lonely here, you know.
So hey y'all, I'm Sim, like SIM card. And I'm not one, not two, but three. And I'm very happy to be here because I'm back to where I belong, to being a couch potato.
Oh, very funny, Sri. Yeah, she's one of those people, huh? All right, so let's get to know you guys as dancers. So I want to find out, you know, from both teams, how do you guys start out? ScRach MarcS and the boys from NOOICE.
So for ScRach MarcS, right? I first saw Rachel in the dance studio when we were having classes. You were quite unglam actually that time. Yeah,
That's how you know it's true love, when he sees you at your unglamorous and it's still love.
Yeah, because you know, like popping is like, oh, it's a very like crazy looking style. So she was like, and I was like, oh, not bad, not bad, quite good. The skill, you know.
The skill.
Yeah,
right.
so fast forward, like a about 2 years later, we actually kind of started using the word ScRach MarcS, the team name, because of Rachel and Marcus.
Right.
Yeah, so our total journey is about 10 years now.
Wow, it's a long, long time in the industry. And the boys from Noise, I understand you guys are just starting out, maybe 1 or 2 years?
Hello. Okay, I think we started August 2016.
Wow.
Yeah. Somehow I think we all operate on the same frequency. So it's like, come on in, join the team. Yeah. Then after that we all.
So you just stood in your room and said, come on, join the team, and then suddenly they all
Yeah.
appeared, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I do want to ask ScRach MarcS a question for a second for two of you. I know that you guys are married, you know, and you guys work together almost every single day, all the time, 24/7. They go home also, they see their business partner at home. How does that work? Is it rough? Is it tough?
One thing is because we have already been dancing together for the past 10 years, and the relationship grows, and the dance journey also kind of like just been it through all together. So of course there's also times where it's hard, like oh my god, like we dance so hard and after we still go home and see same face again, like oh my god. But then after that you just kind of like work it out. Like next day is a brand new day, and you know start the day fresh.
Yeah, but one thing I want to add about that also, I'm not but
Don't worry, we can edit this out in case she starts a fight after this. Yeah.
I just want to say, okay, chill.
So what's the complaint? What's the complaint?
Okay. Not a complaint lah. I would say like actually the thing about dance, right? It actually mirrors life. So sometimes when you go through certain things as the dancers, right? Actually, it's making our relationship grow twice as fast because the things that we learn through how to handle each other through dance, we understand each other better out of dance.
That's very interesting, actually. That really is. Thanks for that. Yeah. So words of wisdom there. Let's bring the mic over to the boys from Noise, because I want to hear from you guys right now. Have there been moments where you guys have fought over anything?
And do you guys like dance battle it out, or like do you guys talk it out?
I have to put it out there. We do have our intense moment where we can be silent for like 5 minutes. We'll just like be in our own world and like thinking, what should we say? What's the next step? You know, that kind of thing. But eventually, it's still all worked out. So, yeah.
Okay. And who out of the 5 of you guys is the most likely to start complaining and start a fight?
Okay, 3.
Spill the tea.
Point on 3, point on 3.
Okay, ready?
1. Hey.
The most likely to complain, okay, on 3. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Point. So who is it? So the lesson here that we're learning is that all of them complain a lot, okay?
I mean, we're all Singaporeans at the end of the day, right?
That's true, Sim. That is true. For Noise, again, want to ask you guys, because at least compared to ScRach MarcS, right? You guys are pretty fresh in the industry. And, you know, obviously, I would assume you guys want to do this as a career, right? In terms of being a dancer, what is the dream in terms of the work day or the work life?
I think the reason why like we take dance as a career is I think it's very important for me to be honest with what I'm feeling every day. Every single step that I take, every training I go for, every choice that I make, I am living up to who I can become. Yeah, so to me that is a dream. If I can do that every single day, I think that brings me that joy. Yeah.
And I heard that both of you guys, ScRach MarcS and Noise, have both been in part of a few competitions already. I was just wondering, there are so many of these dance competitions out there. We always see them, whether it's here at SCAPE or other places. Do they help dancers at all? What is your experience?
I would say for competitions, right? It's really good for starting out. I mean, ultimately, competitions are where you see most of the people in the community at. So if you can stand out in competitions, it's a good like, oh, now we know these guys. But yet you reach that point where competitions start to not matter as much anymore, and it's more about quality of work. Like, okay, like maybe a competition there's only one winner, okay, but that doesn't mean that the other 50 people are not good.
Right. Okay, good answer. And in terms of being a dancer in Singapore, which is part of the big question we're talking about today, we want to know how feasible it is to be a professional dancer in Singapore, purely professional dancer, and you're not doing anything else on the side. Is it feasible?
I think it's quite possible. Just that you have to be really versatile in what you can do. Like instead of just like sticking to, you know, like what you want to do, sometimes you have to pick up a little bit more.
And did that make you a bit upset at the start, to do something else outside of your creative, whatever you're comfortable with?
Sometimes, but sometimes it also make you feel that, if I can broaden my dance vocabulary, it kind of helps me better as a dancer in terms of I have more kinds of movement and I have more kinds of inspiration and creativity.
Actually, I can add on to that point where feeling like not happy about doing what you do, right? I started like dancing when I ended army, so I went to uni. So during uni, I told myself okay, after uni, I want to try to spend a year doing dance. Towards the end of the year, I really felt like, it's very hard to earn money as dance because you start to do a lot of things that you don't really want to do, but you have to do for the money. Then that made me also feel like, hey, you know what? No, if I'm doing that right, might as well just 8 to 5, earn more money, doing things that I also don't want to do, and then at night just do things that I want to do.
It almost feels like you have to sell out, right, for the money?
Yeah, in a way, So for the next 3-4 years, I did that. I did a normal working job, and every night I would dance or teach classes at night. So actually, I have my ideal lifestyle in a sense. Then after a while, I start to realize that actually it takes time, and through all these years, you start to really find your little balance that you feel happy and yet can earn money from doing what you do and still being happy doing what you do,
Yeah, I understand that. Let's bring it over to the audience for a second. You guys have been sitting here for a while, and thank you, by the way, for joining us, audience. We have someone, I believe, who used to be a dancer. Yes, okay, you can share the mic over there. So, hi, what's your name?
I'm Jen.
Jen, and you used to dance in secondary school, is that right?
Yeah, I used to dance in school, and then I also learned dance outside.
Okay, and are you still dancing?
No.
Is there a reason why?
Well, in school you have to stop prior to O-levels because obviously you have focus, right? After that, I just never got back into it. And thinking about it now, I wish I didn't stop, but I think it's a bit difficult to go back because I'm all rusty now. You sure?
It's somewhere in there. They will find it for you. So you guys have your yeah or nah things, right? This little game that we like to play with the audience. As a quick question, right? You guys can play as well if you want. Do you believe, and let's be really honest here, okay? Do you guys believe that right now, in the current climate in Singapore, dance can be a pure profession without doing anything on the side? Yeah or nah? Okay, let's put them up. Let's put your answers up in the air.
Raise them higher.
I see, obviously the dancers, most of them say yeah. Actually, very interesting. Someone at the back says nah. So why no?
Because I actually just started out last year, so I'm actually at that stage where Marcus was at. So doing things for the sake of doing it to get the money. So as in, I for now I still don't see that and whether it is feasible or not. So
okay, before we go into our next performance and before we continue this, I want to ask you guys a very important question. Okay, this is the most serious question of all today. What is the best dance movie of all time for you guys? Not together lah. You guys don't have to harmonize, but per person.
You got served.
You got served? Oh, if you haven't seen that movie, you need to watch it. It's good stuff, man. Maybe you guys can create a local You Got Served version. We will plan that for the next episode, maybe. All right, thanks so much, guys. Right now, actually, we have a special surprise for everyone here today. I heard that you guys did something last week with ScRach MarcS.
That's right.
So what happened?
Okay, so we can't really dance. Okay, we're not dancers like them. I mean, do you see them perform just now? Oh my God.
I saw.
Right? So we can't dance, but ScRach MarcS taught us to dance. And I don't know, do you think we were decent? I don't know.
I think we were not bad, but I think we were probably the worst students they ever had.
Yeah, are we the worst students?
True or no?
Or are they worse? Please make us feel better.
Nah, they're just being nice.
It's okay, I'll pay you later, thanks.
So we were saying, look at their outfits today.
Yeah,
they don't dress like this every day,
Yeah, we dress the part because we know we're not the part, so we're trying to look like we can dance, but we can't.
It's called overcompensation. That's what it is. Yes. We're gonna watch the video now of Sim and Sri, our sidekicks on the show, and what they did with ScRach MarcS. Let's see how they are.
Oh my God.
So we are now at SCAPE's dance studio and we're going to learn how to dance.
I'm not too sure about me learning how to dance because honestly, me and dance, nuh-uh.
She's lying. I saw her twerk once.
Yeah. No, I can't. What about you?
I think I'm need for this. I've danced it.
She's a national TV dancer. Okay, she's been on TV for a couple of steps.
Diamond, Lion City kids, we just chill on now.
Yeah, couple of steps.
Couple of steps is an understatement, but okay.
So let's see how we do today, and hopefully we'll learn.
Yeah, we'll learn. Maybe we'll be better, you know,
Yeah.
than how we suck right now. But like,
So let's go to the ScRach MarcS workshop.
Okay, hello Sri and Si. Hi!
Sup?
Okay, so welcome to SCAPE, and like this is one of the studios that we usually use for our classes. So we are very excited to have you guys here with us today, and we're gonna teach you guys some moves.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But you all know why you're performing, lah.
no, I mean just to learn, right? Because like that's important learning.
Everything that we do, right? We need to find a way to actually apply.
So we apply here lah in the dance studio.
Yes.
Kind of lah. In SCAPE, but not here lah.
Oh.
It's gonna be in front of like a live audience.
Oh my god!
Yeah. And you're gonna be performing with us.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Yeah.
I'll stand at the back.
So we had like an hour to learn a full choreographed like dance set to perform on the day itself over there in front of all the audience members. And can you dance? Like, do you think of yourself like a person who can dance?
No, I
Right?
can't dance.
Like, I also can't dance, like honestly. And then we had to learn. So I mean, it was kind of like tough because for especially learning the steps.
Yeah.
One time down.
Hand-leg coordination, or is it hand-feet coordination?
I don't know, the coordination wasn't there.
Like when my hand was going here, my legs were going here, and I was forgetting all the steps. I just like wasn't myself. I couldn't. It was so difficult. My brain. Forget my body. My brain. Double, single. 1, 2, 3. That's so tough.
But it was really, it was nice. They were really nice, and I always thought like dancers would be like, oh my god, such noobs, such
Yeah, but they're actually quite nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but it's nice.
they were trying to like make it interesting. So they're like, oh, take the ball and throw. You know, like
Yeah.
instead of just saying like put your hand here and do this.
Yeah. Like that.
For 1 hour, I think we did. I think if I remember, I don't think we did that bad.
Yeah, I think we did pretty decent, right? Did we?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Sim, stop. Who the hell do I think I am?
Who danced better?
Who danced better? I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? It's obviously me.
You want on now?
She single, double. I remember. Do you remember? Obviously, it's me.
Okay.
I think ScRach MarcS even answered who's better.
Who did better?
Wow. I think it's a bit like apples and oranges to me. One can catch steps better, and the other I feel has a more relaxed, but like to me I feel it's like a natural vibe. So it's like both have different strengths, but I think they both complement each other really well. So you know,
When
both
they
good lah.
practice together, they will help each other.
Yeah, and both will level up because now is the first time. Definitely when they do it more, both will improve at what they need to improve, and yeah, they'll be on par. Lor.
Okay. Okay, you all can stop pretending to dance.
Obviously, I know the dancer, right? The better dancer should be decided by Kim.
Yeah, actually true. Kim!
Cause
Girl, we friends, right? Girl!
no, I
Who's
mean
the better dancer?
I tell
Me or
better
her?
jokes. This is me. Kim, who's the better dancer?
Kim?
Or Sri? Okay, bye.
So when did this happen? What, like a week ago ish? A week ago. And has your body recovered since then?
Nope.
No?
My dignity hasn't recovered yet either.
I don't think you have dignity left to recover. Kind of avoided it. So who did better? You gotta say it. You can't avoid it today.
The apples and oranges thing again. Oh, they both did great. It's hard to tell. who
I don't
did
believe
better.
you. Look at your face.
You gotta
Stop
say it
lying.
for yourself to decide.
Stop lying, Rachel, come on.
See, how much do you pay them?
Okay, you know what? Let's not make it difficult for them. Let's ask the boys. The boys weren't the one
Alright.
teaching you. So, who do you...
I think we ask the audience. Ask the audience.
So how? Anyone in the audience want to answer? Okay. I think the mic will be passed until outside by this point. You know what? If I had to answer...
Kim, remember we were together in Power 98?
I know we do, but that's the reason why I would go with Sri. Only because I remember you still owe me a piece of work you haven't done yet, back in Power. So We'll discuss that off camera later.
Oh, man.
But you know what? If you want to decide who did better, Sri or Sim, they're going to be performing right now for you along with ScRach MarcS. So we'll go and see how they do right now. Yeah? Okay, so ScRach MarcS, Sim, Sri, stage is there. Let's go. Let's go perform. Good luck. Right now, gonna see if our sidekicks, Sim and Sri, as well as ScRach MarcS are ready. Let's give a round of applause for our performers today. See you next episode.
I went to a party, and what did I see? Girls were wearing leather skirts and see-through jeans. I asked the DJ to tell me what was going on. He said, freestyle's having a freak tonight, move your body from left to right.